if you're scared and you're worried, think your vision's getting blurry. I just clear your mind, clear your mind, clear your mind.
Crystales, what's up? I'm Kay. This is the Crystal Kay's Divination Show, and I'm back with another message for you. I wanted to let you guys know I'm going to do this video just a little bit different than what I usually do. Typically, I do channeled messages for a collective, so to speak. But in this case, I'm going to be doing all signs. I'm going to be doing a channeled message for every single zodiac sign. I'm not sure about the order yet. I'll get to that. But I wanted to be able to give you guys particular messages in relation to the Lionsgate portal that is among us, amongst us, among us. Somebody let me know in the comments which is the right way to say that, but you'll get the gist of what I'm saying, right? So yes, we have this portal that is available to those who are willing to align vibrationally with it. This means that being in the highest vibration that you possibly can in order to utilize the power of 88, the 888 portal, the Lionsgate portal uses the vibration of 8 to essentially symbolize like overflow, abundance, bringing in the power that how do I say it? It just brings in this magical, powerful force to manifest incredible things. The things of your wildest dreams, the things that you have found coming alive thoroughly throughout your life that has to do with the things you truly desire. Not desires that are just on a whim or that feed an imbalance to you. No, these are the things that make you feel alive and make you feel that anything in life is possible. Confirmation from the lifeguard truck. You know, we're on the beach, so they're always around us. We love lifeguards. We love them. They keep us safe. And that's a message for everyone here. Your spirit guides are with you. There's always someone from your spirit team patrolling, even if you can't see them, even if you don't necessarily recognize how they're helping you. What this confirmation is that they are with you and they are always making sure that you're protected in some way or the other. Because of course, while we feel that we may be facing challenges or things that don't feel so good, our lives could be worse, and that is a message for somebody. But of course, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think I'll just do the zodiacs in order. So we're gonna start with Aries. Hi Aries, pleasure to have you with us. Of course, if your sign is Aries in Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, or Ascendant, then this message is definitely for you. But of course, only take what resonates. And I'm called to say, if anyone who joins this message who's watching now, you feel resonated to this, even if you're not particularly Aries in one of those aspects, then that's fine, because it's probably aspected in your chart in another place, or you just resonate deeply with this message. And of course, take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. So I've asked the spirit team, the spirit guides of divine light, what message is needed for you in this time, especially in relation to the Lionsgate portal. So we have that you guys are being called to dream big, but not only just dream big. This is telling me trust your wisdom. Trust that no matter how big your dreams get, there is so much truth in that. There's so much validity to that, okay? Like, there's gotta be someone in your environment or in your past or who's gotten into your head, who's made you feel like, my dreams are too big, they're reckless, they are unattainable, lofty. And that's fine if they feel that way, but that's why it's not their dream. And if it is their dream, it might speak to why their dream hasn't come true, because they don't believe in it and they don't trust. They don't have the faith that it will come true. Well, that's the power of the Lionsgate portal. Tomorrow, which is well, for me, it's tomorrow, August 8th, is going to be incredibly powerful at the height of this energy culmination for you to bring in your dreams. So you are being called to not only dream big, but dream big with a sense of wisdom behind it. That knowing if there's all this confusion going on, you have to be capable of sifting through that confusion through your faith and through the things that you actually know, which is that your inner self has allowed you to dream this big because your higher self knows that it can come true. You're being told to stay strong at this time, which is obviously a strength of yours, right? You're being called to not sell yourself short when it comes to your creative abilities. You're being called to take seriously just how powerful you are in manifesting. When I'm talking Aries, like, I'm talking you have amazing ideas. And what it's going to take from you is not only to just trust and believe in them and ask the universe for these things, because the universe can deliver and always does as long as you do your part. So what you're being asked to do is really trust the process, buckle down on the things that you've talked yourself out of doing before, the things that you know need to occur for these dreams to unfold. You're being asked to give yourself that discipline and have that fortitude in your emotions and in your discipline for these things to come into fruition, because now, this time in existence is where these things have so much space and opportunity to come true. I'm talking people seeing flying saucers at this point. Like the things they thought for decades they couldn't do, or for years that they couldn't achieve. The opportunities, the people you need to come in contact with, the places you need to be for a serendipitous encounter. This is the time for that. So that's the message that your guides have for you at this time from me, channeled through me, Aries, and I hope you can use that to your ultimate benefit. I'm rooting for you. Ciao. My lovely Taurus. Hi, my Taurus babies. We Taurus gang in here. Can't let the rest of them get jealous, but yes, sir. If you are a Taurus, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or ascendant, of course, your rising, then please do stay tapped in. I'm sure this message is for you. Anyone who else is gravitated to this reading and you're not necessarily a Taurus, that's totally fine. You just stay in and only resonate with what actually is true to you. Don't try to make anything fit that's not for your situation or your life. So with that being said, we've already got our first card. Is letting me know you guys you are, look, all I'm saying is celebration is on the way. If you haven't already been celebrating, which I know in your own little ways you have, or you need to, I'm telling you, you are about to be more respected. And what you're being called to do is to allow these celebrations to occur. I get the sense that some of you are a little too critical, a little too harsh about work and play balance. There's something here that's letting me know maybe you're not feeling like you can honestly celebrate how far you've come, honestly celebrate your wins, but you must do this if you want to see the most use out of the Lionsgate portal. And the reason why is because you don't want to be in such a rigid place or such a critical place about where you've been and where you're going or where you want to go, to the point where it's lowering your vibration. You need to surf on high vibes at this point, and that's gonna be so catalytic for you, because with our Lionsgate portal being at its height of energy tomorrow, or tomorrow for me, August 8th, it's going to ensure that the things that are meant for you in this time that you are vibrationally matched for is larger than life. It's so big. It's like you having the ultimate ushering in of like familial connections, of respect in your community for what you do, for whatever it is that you want to be successful at. Like, people see that in you. They see your skill set, they see your power, they see how you get things done, and you have to respect yourself for that. So that is the advice that I'm seeing here. Please celebrate, please enjoy, and enjoy it with people whom you know love you, the people who root for you, the people who celebrate you. I'm telling you, Taurus, this is very beautiful energy. All I really have to say to you is keep vibing high. Whatever you need to do that allows you to tap into your inner child and feel good and young and content, tap into that ASAP if you haven't already been doing it, because it's gonna work wonders in speeding up the things that you feel have just been so slow moving in your life. And with that being said, that is your message from your spirit guides through me about what you need to know right now in terms of the Lion's Gate portal. Please take this advice as best as it can suit you, and I will see you on the next video. Yo, what's good, my Geminis? I love you. Love to have you in the house. Gemini, this message is absolutely for you. If your sign of Gemini is in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or even your rising ascendant sign, this message is definitely for you. Please do not make it fit if it doesn't, but of course take whatever resonates. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Okay, bet. Gemini, excellent energy here. I can already see that you're killing it. Like, you're killing it when it comes to setting your mind to something and getting it done. I'm talking, you're turning ideas into something materialized. And I also know that you've been working at this for quite a while. You've been doing what you can to balance yourself and to use these different aspects of your being to your benefit. I will say that your guides are showing me that your advice right now, especially in relation to the Lion's Gate portal, that is going to be at its peak of drive, of energy, a culmination of vibration at its highest point on August 8th, which is tomorrow for me. Essentially, depending on where you are in the world, it's tomorrow for you as well. And so what I see here for you is that it's gonna really benefit you for you to be sure to keep your emotions in balance, but doing this in a way where you're not stuffing your emotions down, but you're also not letting your emotions make you pop off at the mouth or act irrationally. Essentially, there are some very calculated things that you must do because of your feelings, but of course, just don't let your emotions gear you into making decisions that you're gonna regret later down the road. And the reason why I say this is because you have so many powerful things coming in for you. Like, you've already done so much to build things and to set your path forward, I should say. So don't let your emotions derail you from that focus, derail you from that stability, from the things you've been curating. Because I'm telling you, if you take the opportunity today, when you're hearing this message, to write out the things that you absolutely want in your wildest dreams, the things that you are laser set on, the things that are in your heart of hearts, what you truly deepestly desire. Sorry, I don't know if deepestly is a word, but I'm feeling like it needs to be said to you, because out of all of that you have going on in your mind, in your intellect, there's so much there. It's a sea of knowledge, a sea of information. But what you need to do, or what I suggest you to do per your guides, is to use this opportunity to communicate to the universe and communicate to your spirit team and to yourself what you truly want. Like, I'm hearing 5-year plan, 10-year plan, go big or go home. Like, just put it all out there to yourself, to your guides. Write it, fold it, mail it to the universe, and see how fast these things come in. Because what it's going to do is it's going to consecrate. It's going to be consecrated through the Lionsgate portal if you allow yourself to maintain on that solid, high vibrational energy. I'm telling you, don't let your emotions rob you of this opportunity. And those who really do take this and utilize it and stay locked in, people are gonna wish they could have joined the party. Like, that's all I really have to say. Like, we had the plane coming in at the very beginning of your message, and I'm telling you, for some of you, you've already taken incredible flight, and for others, you are in the midst of taking flight. Confirmation again. Like, I hope you guys are really hearing me and really feeling me. Like, you're so clever, you're so cool, you're so smart, and people are trying you, and that's okay, because there's other people whose lives are in shambles. There's others who want to drown you out, but they can't, because your energy is so on 10 right now. Please use that to your advantage. Keep a sensibility about yourself, and you're going to be untouchable. With that being said, Gemini, that's your message. I hope you can use this to the best of your abilities. I wish you the best. You're incredible. Just keep it up, and I will see you in the next message. Ciao. Oye, mi Cancer babies. How are you today? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know how you are. I don't know. I just got this warm little feeling over me because of you. So what a pleasure to have you. If you have your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or even your ascendant in Cancer, then of course this message is for you. Please just take what resonates. If it doesn't fit, don't force it, and that's okay. But of course, if you were called to hear this message, then I'm sure there's a reason. So let's get right into it. What I have to express to you as what you should be hearing at this time, especially in relation to the Lionsgate portal, I'd have to say that you guys are being called to accept where you are in this moment. I get the feeling that you aren't really, like, you're a little disappointed. You're a little disappointed as to what you have going on for you, essentially. I feel like you don't want to be outspoken about your place in life. You have you have these wisdoms that are culminating within you, and so your spirit guides are asking you to trust what that wisdom is teaching you and telling you, and apply it. But part of me is being urged to express that sometimes action looks a lot like taking less actions. It looks a lot like not rejecting the reality of a situation, or not denying the things that you've come to understand as truth. And that's very significant for somebody here. I get the feeling that you may look to other people's situations and compare yourself, and you're being asked not to do that. You're very special, you're very unique, and your circumstances have occurred for you for a reason. So you're being called to just take a deep breath and have strength over everything that you've endured. Have strength to see it through, because with this Lionsgate portal, you can usher in things that you thought were going to take forever to come through. Let me ask. I'm being called to ask. So let me pull from a different deck. What can Cancer expect? I'll pull from this. What can Cancer expect to see should they tap into their wisdom due to their use of the Lionsgate portal energy? Let's see right now. Okay. So I get the sense that you're gonna be proud. I heard proud of yourself. You're gonna be able to confidently respect how far you've come. Using your wisdom, allowing this wisdom to truly culminate within you, which is what your guides are asking you to do, it's gonna bring you to the position of high priestess. It's going to allow you to really lean on all of this wisdom you're gaining. So the things that you see with your eyes, your senses, the things that you feel in your emotions, but you're also gonna have that restraint not to let your emotions throw you overboard. I heard you're releasing your fickle nature, which lets me know that maybe perhaps you guys have a tendency of shifting away from things that feel tense or feel complicated or feel confusing, and that's understandable why you'd be that way. But you're now being called through the wisdoms that you're learning to be capable of having another perspective and being capable to sort of pull the reins on your proverbial horse of just taking off at the sight of or at the sense of these uncomfortable things. Because now you're going to be in a position, this portal, this Lionsgate portal is something that once you step through it, you're going to be utilizing a sense of endurance. You're going to realize that you may feel uncomfortable in a position, but what are the long-term benefits, or what adjustments can you make that is going to benefit you in the long run instead of making something for the now. So you guys, please do take that into account. I see you once you step through this portal, if you allow yourself to access this high vibrational energy to its fullest extent and not letting these things these harsh truths weigh you down, you're going to be incredibly content and happy with how far you've come. And that's on God. That's what I'm hearing. That's on God. So with that being said, Cancer, there's your message from your spirit guides, from your spirit team of divine light through me to you. And I will catch you on the next one. Oh yeah, what's happening, Leo? I knew you was gonna jump out. I'm here, like, ooh, this is your season, Leo. Yo, let me see. I'm ready to skip the introduction. I know y'all ready to get into it, but of course I have to say and inform the viewers, those who are watching right now, if your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or some call the rising the ascendant, if any of those are in the sign of Leo, then this message is 100% for you. Instantly felt your energy. I just got a burst of whew, and wanting to talk fast. And anybody that has stuck with my channel long enough or knows anything about me, I don't necessarily always want to talk fast. Typically, more often than not, I'm channeled to speak a little more slow. But you know, when certain energies get into me, it's what we get. So without further ado, Leo, let's go ahead and get into your message. You are totally in your vibe right now, and of course you must know this is something we're in the energy of the Lionsgate portal, and tomorrow is going to be at its peak of culmination. So you're being advised at this time to wow, okay. So Leo, you got a lot on your shoulders, clearly. And what you're being called to do is to just bask in the beauty. Bask in the beauty of what you can bear. Like, there's individuals that cannot take on what you take on. They're not capable. Like, they don't have the gasoline to drive their vehicle. Metaphorically, of course, maybe literally. I'm wondering if you guys are manifesting a vehicle. Write it down kiss that letter to the universe and see how fast that card comes in. I'm not kidding you. I'm hearing that, whatever dreams you have, like dreams so big. I'm talking, wow, you guys have a lot of energy. Like, I'm begging you. Your spirit guides are begging you. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your deepest aspirations are, like best life you could imagine, put it out into the ethers now with utmost trust. You're being heard. You're being heard by your spirit team. That's all I really am trying to say. And the things that you want, you're gonna be cheesing. Like, I'm talking like, you're gonna be like, no you didn't, like, Leo, in all seriousness, I'm not kidding, you're really in your vibe. Like, hello, a strength card. And it's funny because the strength card has come out in at least 3 readings, from Aries to you. It's been coming out. So your energy is such a theme in everyone else's lives too. And if it's not a main energy, then it's definitely a behind the scenes energy, something underneath. What you guys are being called to do with that energy, because it really is working for you in this time, you're being called to let go of something that is holding you down. I'm talking heavy energy, low vibrational energy, whatever it is. Your spirit guide said just let that go. Like, let it go, because what it's doing is it's creating a cloudiness over you. And I kid you not, the sun just beamed out behind these clouds. I would show you, but I don't want to move the camera. But when I say there is some dark cloud passing over you, no, whatever it is, you need to stop letting it be such a big thing. And I'm telling you, you're gonna take off like a comet, not like a rocket, but I heard comet. I also heard like the comet cleaner, so maybe you guys do need to clean up some things. I'm hearing something with your finances. I also heard emotional baggage too. I heard be mindful of the emojis you're using too. But interesting little channel messages. But yes, so Leo, whatever has even the nerve to make you feel in some kind of depressive state, you're being called to do something from your childhood that makes you feel damn good, and watch that depression, that weird depressive sensation melt away. That's not what you're meant to deal with right now. I'm hearing that you're trying to fit into some type of institution that is rejecting you. That means kick that institution to the curb too, or do your own thing and watch that institution be revolutionized. Hear me out. So Leo, that message was for you. What a pleasure to feel your energy. Like, my hands are obviously weak at the thought of just how powerful you guys are. I'm so grateful to read for you. Use this message to your benefit. Take what resonates, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Virgo, what's happening? I definitely love me some Virgo. See, y'all energy is ready to come out already. I do have to say, if anyone here who's watching, if your sun, moon, rising, Venus, ascendant, if any of those are in Virgo, then this message is very, very likely for you. I'm being called to use my words carefully with you guys. I know how you are very methodical and very detail oriented, and so I don't want to misspeak. We are in the midst of the Lion's Gate portal. So you guys are really being called to use this energy to your biggest benefit, your greatest benefit. I know already that you've been putting the work in. I see it right here. And what this Lion's Gate portal is calling you to do, or what it can do for you, is that as you stay on these high vibrations of respecting the work you've done and validating yourself over the things that you have done well and have done right, you're gonna see incredible fruits of your labor coming in. I'm talking, all those seeds you planted, that you've been watering, that you've been allowing to have a excellent amount of sunlight, the right amount of shade that it needs. You've taken the time to know what it means to be a gardener in a metaphorical sense. And some of you actually have got some plant babies recently, or you've decided to make an effort to grow a garden. If you haven't, I'm hearing that's going to be very, very good for you. You're going to learn a lot of things that are transferable skills, not just from the practice of gardening and planting and being a plant parent. I heard planned. So whatever the case, some of your plans are really coming into fruition, and the Lionsgate portal is one thing that can absolutely help you manifest that quicker. Ooh. So I'm hearing that you guys are not supposed to rush things, no matter what you've done thus far. And I know you can feel it on the tip of your tongue. Trust that it's coming, and it's coming I heard when you least expect it. So just don't rush anything. You may feel you need to be quicker at something, better at something, but it's here. Like, don't overstress that part is what I'm hearing. Not to mention, your guides are also asking you for you to get the most out of this Lionsgate portal. Your guides are saying, ten cuidado, like, take care, like, be careful, essentially, of who you're allowing to essentially have power over your emotions. You're being called to stay keen about a love interest, or I'm not even just hearing love interest, I'm hearing even family members that you typically, even if you don't necessarily show your emotions to certain individuals, if they still have some kind of hold or control over your emotions as far as balance goes, you're being called to change that. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in some weird yo-yo effect because of someone else's actions or someone else's ways of life. Because at the end of the day, all you really can control is you. But you surely can influence quite a bit, which is something you already do, and you're incredibly powerful. So keep that in mind. And for those of you that take this into account, or you've already done so, you're getting so many downloads. You're getting so many key wisdoms just populating in your mind, in your field, and it's allowing you to attract way better things than what you're even attracting now, which is, that's what we want, guys. Like, whatever the case, that, and I just literally felt that some of you guys may have taken that as a stab. I'm not saying you don't have beautiful things already. You know you do. In your heart of hearts, no matter what you tell yourself, you know you have gorgeous things available to you. Be it the things you've curated from the bottom up, the relationships that you've given your dear and near time to. But at the same time, you deserve to see more. You deserve to have access to more. You do need to express your gratefulness, your gratitude. It's so interesting that I'm stuttering. I feel as though you guys may have been chopping down your own throat chakra, but you're being called to align yourself with what your true desires are. I get the feeling that though you guys do such incredible work, there's some things that you do because you feel obligated to it, and not necessarily because that's what you really want to do. And you have to visit that now so that you can lighten up your energy to fully step through this Lionsgate portal. Okay, Leon? No. Ooh, did I just say that? Virgo, I am so sorry. That was not meant to offend you. I get the sense that you guys are benefiting just as much from this powerful Leo season energy just as much as Leos. And that's what your spirit guides want you to know. That was zero shade on you, Virgo. You are so special, so beautiful. And I don't even really have to over-explain that to you, because I know you get it. So with that being said, that is your message, Virgo, and I will see you in the next. How's it hanging, Libra? Such a pleasure to be here with you. So, look, if your sign is in Libra through your sun, moon, rising, ascendant, Venus, then this message is absolutely for you. I already feel your energy, and I see that you just, you got a poise and a style about yourself. I like it. I really do. I think, I don't know. We'll get into it. So, Libra, what I want to talk to you about is this Lionsgate portal that we're in right now, okay? This is our opportunity. And I say our because we're both of that Venusian energy, and we can really maximize on the Lionsgate portal that we're in the midst of right now with August 8th, which for me, and depending on where you are in the world, tomorrow is August 8th. This energy of 8 is going to be so full of overflow and abundance. And what I want to do is figure out what you need to know from your spirit guides in order to access this prosperity in the best way for you. All right, Libra. So we're going to get right into this, okay? There's something that's being revealed. There's something that was hidden. I don't know if it's hidden because of you. I don't know if it's hidden because of your lens on your experience or your lens on your environment. I get the sense that maybe the way you've seen things have been with rose-tinted glasses, because I see here that there is some type of romantic situation that is not panning out. It is not feeling aligned. It's not feeling well connected. And that's the reality of the situation. And I understand that it's painful. I understand that it hurts. But I also know that you have a power of communication. If you are using your ability to communicate and it's not getting through, you're being called to take a step back, go into hermit mode, and really discover what this dark night of the soul is bringing forth to you. See what type of light is spawning out of the darkness that you're facing right now. I understand. I just heard that you use the moon to your ability quite often. So that lets me know that maybe you have so many distractions in your mind. You have so many things that you're taking note of and trying to justify things because of these different factors. But the truth of the matter is, it's to an extent where you felt to make things occur a certain way or to have this certain outcome, I should say, you haven't been truthful. And I don't know if this is maybe like not being truthful with yourself or not being truthful with the people around you, and I sense more so the latter, but depending on who's watching this, of course, I feel two different groups here. But what I'm recognizing is where a actual problem lies, or wherever the problem lies as far as this unalignment in your personal lives and these personal relationships, you have to be willing to be more transparent. I'm noticing that with that transparency will sprout a newfound emotional balance. There will be a whole different perspective emotionally in your emotional body. Like how you lean on your intuition will look different. And there has to be a level of candid nature involved for this to occur. Because if you're trying to essentially operate from the shadows, much like a ventriloquist or much like a puppeteer. There's going to be different things like outliers, anomalies, things you can't control that are going to come in and crash down your perspective or your reality of what should be. And so use this Lionsgate portal in entirety to really connect with the things that are truthful to you and to live in that truth. I'm hearing, for some of you, your throat chakra is way too open, and for others of you, your throat chakra is way too closed. But in either sense, you have to find a balance with what is actually meaningful for you. And I'm being called to express this to you because I can see here that you're going through a dark night of the soul, and that's not easy, but it's absolutely necessary. And my goodness, when you come out on the other side of that, for those who have already done that, and this is more of a past energy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The rewards of that, of the light that you followed through those darknesses and through that tunnel is magnificent. It's beautiful, and you'll be able to respect that. You'll have a sharper focus, a better vision. You'll have a more effective way of getting to the things that you truly desire. And I can see here you're being really called at this time to release these controls over things that you really don't need to control. Like, there's some things that you feel if you don't put your influence on it, it won't work out, and that is the misconception. That is the falsehood right there, because things are going to work out regardless. You just have to do your part and trust that everything else will fall in its place. And with that being said, Libra, I do want to leave this off on just a little bit of a sweeter note, because this is nothing but good messages. These are beautiful, beautiful messages to carry you on your way. But I do want to try to leave you with a brightening sense of enlightenment, if I can do that for you. So one little token of advice or beautiful lighthearted message for Libra in this time, please. Okay. Let me get one more, please. I want to see what this means. Can I have clarity? Okay. Yeah, so okay, perfect. So essentially, guys, I'm being called to tell you, take a chill pill, relax. If something didn't go the way you expected, dust yourself off and try it again. But don't try it exactly the way you tried it before. You have to understand that there is a sense of delusion or insanity when you keep trying something over and over again and it's not really working, but you keep trying to convince yourself that if you do it enough, it's gonna work that kind of way. And sometimes with context that can make sense, but in this context, just go back to the drawing board, take a chill pill. And it says quite specific. I know the camera's flipped, but it says quite specific. So that message is for someone in particular. You're being called to take refuge and just get away. Get away as far as not letting your ways or whoever you've been hold you back. It's okay to release these parts of yourself that you've taken on fully as an identity of yourself. There's an ego death that should occur so that you can step more into who you actually are, your true self. You don't have to be married to this version of yourself that you just, it isn't aligning with you anymore. It's so interesting because as I'm giving you your reading, it got extremely cloudy. And of course, I'm here at the beach and the sun was just out. So this is letting me know that this is a confirmation for maybe the way you've lived your life as far as your patterns go, your habits go, your trauma responses go, and confirmation by the lifeguard truck. But your spirit guides are here to throw that buoy out to you, to throw your lifeline out to you, to show you there is another way to do this. I don't know. Some of you may feel like you need saving. Some of you don't want to feel like you need saving. But there is a way to take anything in your life that you may see as an L, to repurpose that into lessons, not losses. And I'm really being called to let you know that you are in a hermit mode and put it to the best of your ability. I see 555 on the timer for you. So use this Lionsgate portal to usher in the changes that are much needed. But of course, don't try to strong arm them into what you want to see them as in a particular moment in time. Just allow these things to come in naturally, but do your part, and everything is going to work out beautifully. So with that being said, I'm also hearing you are the prototype. There's people in your life that look to you for the generational curses that you are breaking. So use this Lionsgate portal to fight those urges to stay trapped in a generational curse. That is a message that is very specific for someone in this collective. I love you so deeply, Libra, and I do feel for you. Everything's gonna be okay. Also, I smell a sage, and wow, I'm on a beach. So that's really exciting that I'm not even saging and I smell it. So you may be one quick to sage. You may be a divinator as well. Someone in touch with their spiritual side, maybe then the ones around them more so, and use that to your benefit, but not as a divination abuser. Use it to get into those high vibrations, those vibrations of truth, of love, of acceptance, etc. And you're gonna see this magic take place all throughout your life. I'm gonna let you go on that note, Libra. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Okay, Scorpio, what a pleasure to have you. I don't know. I feel like you're an old friend of mine who I'm speaking to. So, pleasure to have you. If your sun, moon, rising, ascendant, or Venus is in Scorpio, then this message is highly, highly, highly likely for you. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's how we do it. So, let's see. I'm asking your spirit guides what message you need at this time, especially in relation to the Lionsgate portal. We are in the midst of an incredible Stargate portal that is allowing us to make the most out of our deepest, wildest dreams, our innermost desires, to find more alignment or a closer alignment with who we truly are. So Scorpio, this is what I'm seeing for you, right? I'm seeing that you feel defeated. You feel defeated over something that has to do with your home life, with the people you call family, with your stability, with your relationships. Maybe you feel you're not a part of a unit, or maybe you feel very lonely in the sense that the people that you care about don't necessarily express in truth that they love you to the same extent that you love them. Or perhaps I heard you feel like you're out the picture. And that's heavy. That's very, very heavy energy. And I feel for you, and I want to say I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I get the sense that comes off insensitive, and I don't want to be insensitive to you. I understand. I've been there before. I almost want to cry. You guys feel so heavy and so sad, and sadness isn't even the right word. Honestly, you feel defeated and in despair, and I just want you to know that everything will be okay. Some of you hyperventilate, you have chest pains. I feel a pain in my back right now. I feel you guys. I want you to please, I know it hurts when you take deep breaths, but you have to do breath work. You're being called to dig into this breath work because things are changing rapidly for you. 5555 on your timer. And what this is letting me know is this is change you cannot avoid, and the Lionsgate portal is something that you can take advantage of to dig into what you want to see in your life in the near future as well as your distant future. I get the feeling that some of you lose sight of what it even means to truly dream. Like, you're an excellent dreamer. You know how to dream. If there's one thing you know how to do, you know how to be imaginative. So what you're being called to do is not let that work against you. Your spirit guides want you to use this heightened psychological awareness, this heightened intuition that you have, the power you have in your subconscious mind is incredible. And you're being called to use that in this sea of emotions that you have. Channel. Like, really, I know you may not feel creative, and that's specific for somebody. If you do feel creative, utilize that. But if you don't feel creative, you have to do your best to abandon the things you tell yourself at times, to let the messages that come up for you come out in a way that is creatively expressive. You have to trust the process and get off of your own back about where you need to fit into someone else's picture. You have all that you need right now to create a sanctuary for yourself, and you're being called to do that. Now, if you don't know exactly how to do that, that's 100% okay. What you're being called to do is tonight, right now, like as you're watching this video, write some things down of what you see as the best thing you could imagine for your life. And don't allow it to include any particular people. Don't allow it to include any particular really things that aren't really necessary for your life. Don't put those things in there. Put the things that are necessary for your life in there, and map it out as far as saying, for example, I see myself working with animals in a rainforest one day with beautiful people around me who care about my well-being. Whereas if I was to be hurt by an animal or hurt by the environment, they would come and assist me and nurse me back to health for as much as I need. And these are people that I share time and beautiful conversations with, and I have an incredible bond with the animals, and I understand these creatures in a deep way to the point where I can restore their habitat. And you are expressing to the universe or in your written letter fully what type of life you find to be an incredible life, and then allow that to be transported to the ethers and allow the universe to be able to give you that. But if you are stuck in this level of heavy energy for extended periods of time, it will knock you out of that momentum. It will slow your momentum for these things to come in. And I'm also hearing that some of you may be dealing with a curse. You may be dealing with a generational curse, and maybe even a curse you brought on yourself, a spell that backfired on you or something like that. But the thing is, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. And if you can keep trusting yourself to heal the things that are broken, to heal the things in yourself, in your inner world, you're going to get to a point where you can access lighter vibrations more often, more frequently, so that you don't have to consistently feel like this. This cloudy sky, and I'm being called to tell you guys, a lot of you have been screaming, crying, even with puffy eyes, and I'm hearing a little too harsh on your throat. Some of you may be heavy smokers, heavy drinkers, using psychoactive things to deal with the heaviness of your situation. I'm being called to go easy on your throat, go easy on your body, on your system, and you'll see how you can find your way out of these vicious cycles. Use this Lionsgate portal today and tomorrow on August 8th, 8/8, energy of 888, to usher in a better level of prosperity than what you feel you have access to right now. Siren is confirmation. You have such an interesting, deep gaze about you. There's so much to you, like depth and depth and more depth. But don't allow yourself to be trapped in these shallow frames. Give yourself more reach, more stretch. and see how you blossom from that, okay? I'm hearing drink more water, hydrate. I'm hearing find ways to help yourself feel naturally beautiful, okay? I heard don't overdo the makeup, don't overdo the cologne, okay? Trust that now is a time where you're really being called to let your natural beauty flow through. And what it's going to do is it's going to revolutionize any tendencies for codependency or needs to get external validation from others. And then you'll see that the people who truly care about you are still going to be there when other individuals fall away. And you can see, because I see here, you are crowned. You are royalty. Treat yourself like it. And not in an arrogant way, just in a very candid, truthful, honest to God, or honest to the universe, honest to yourself kind of way. With that being said, Scorpio, I send you so much love and light and protection, and I give you a big metaphorical hug from me to you through this portal. Confirmation. No matter how heavy you feel, you can bring yourself higher and higher, and you need to hear that, and you need to know that. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the reading here. Much peace, prosperity, abundance to you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Alrighty, Sagittarius, pleasure to have you on board today. So something about taking sailing ahead. I'm hearing maybe you guys are interested in nautica, you know, the nautical life. I'm not sure, but if that resonates with you, then of course. By the way, anyone who maybe your sign is in Sag in your sun, moon, rising, ascendant, or Venus, then of course this message is very much geared towards you. But if you're not necessarily Sagittarius in those signs and you just feel called to listen in and see what comes out, then please do, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So I'm asking your spirit team, Sagittarius, what is an important message for you right now? What needs to get out to you, especially in relation to the Lion's Gate portal that we are currently experiencing, which will be at its heightened peak of energy culmination tomorrow, or where I am in the world, it is tomorrow, which is August 8th. So I get the sense that you guys are a little bit over it. Like, I don't know, maybe that I get the sense that I don't need to over explain myself with you guys, that you just kind of get things virtually instantly as far as intellect goes, and that's really beautiful. So let me jump right into it. You guys are a little down about something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I think so it lets me know that you guys are on the verge of coming out of a hermit stage, coming out of a dark night of the soul. And I think because of that, some of you may be in the midst of one, but some of you, I'm feeling that you've already culminated these understandings that you've needed to have about your situation. And quite frankly, it's just making you sad. It's making you a little disappointed. I'd say more so disappointed than just sad, but it's like this is the type of energy I'm feeling. And it's okay to have these emotions, but you're being called not to sit in them. Yeah. So there's something that you had your hopes up about and it didn't pan out the way you thought. I get the sense that this is not something that was just quick and fleeting, but something that you've given a lot of focus, a lot of thought, a lot of time and energy to, and it's that you had to come to some kind of realization, or you're in the midst of doing that and realizing that it's just not going how you thought it would, or how you thought it could. And so it's allowing you to be real with yourself on so many levels. Like, this is letting me know that you guys are not in the business of treating a situation like with time it will just click into place. Because though that is the truth, that is a very valid truth of the universe, of our universal laws, things do happen as they're meant to. But I'm being called to tell you to actually look into the universal laws and research them and see what you learn about them, what perspective you gain from knowing more about the universal laws. And for some of you, I'm hearing the metaphysical laws. So I also heard natural law. So take it as it resonates. But I recognize that you guys have put your energy into things that maybe had you leaning on one leg. I heard maybe you felt like you gave an arm and a leg to something that didn't yield the results you thought it would. And that's a heavy feeling. Like, sometimes it's tough to release the fact that because you did all this stuff and put all this energy in and didn't get the result you thought, you feel like you've wasted your time. But that's not really the case. Nothing is a waste, especially not if you don't allow it to be. And what I mean by that is that as you step into these new realizations, you can take everything you've learned and put it to use and put it to work. The only true disservice here is you not allowing the lessons you've learned to serve you as you move forward and step forward into your next phase of life. So when I'm hearing it's okay to just sit back and ponder things. So maybe you guys feel like wrong for feeling in these dark ways. No, you should not feel wrong. It's necessary. It's a part of your healing process to be able to sit with these emotions and process them. But now you're in a position where, I'm being called to pull from another deck, where you're still called to not let it stagnate you to the point where you can't get anything done. Yeah, you're being called to come out of these oppressive thought processes, to really address why you feel the ways you do, and also to consider subconsciously the thought patterns. So what actual advice, spirits, do you have for them to take advantage of this portal? Okay, you've got the Chariot in reverse. This is letting me know personally, in conjunction with everything else, that I think when you have this angel and this devil on your shoulder, this concept of duality running through you, you have always told yourself, I need both of these sides of myself to yield a certain outcome. And while that may be true, it is definitely true, but context matters. And so if you need to lean more to one side in a particular situation, do that, because those energies are there for a reason. But you can't necessarily this isn't like walking a tightrope where you have to be entirely balanced all at once. This is more like, if you need to be in your divine dark energy, then do it. If you need to be in your divine masculine, do that. If you need to be in your divine feminine, do that. If you need to be in your divine light, do that. And I'm not particularly saying that light and feminine are the exact same. There's light feminine, there's dark feminine, there's light masculine, there's dark masculine. So you're being called to really be honest with yourself about these different aspects of who you are and utilizing them. Just being honest with yourself that you're going to listen more to these different parts of you and to treat them all with respect, to understand what role they truly play in your life for you to have your highest quality life and to be your truest self. There is I'm sensing some kind of identity crisis, but that's because maybe there's only a fraction of you that you are willing to give the time of day or to respect or to venture further into to understand it to a higher level. So with that being said, Sagittarius, please use today, right now, as you're listening to this, right? Or when you get free time, because I know you're a busy person. Use that time to really scribble out who you are and who you know yourself to be at the highest level. Think about who you are in your best life ever and really meditate on that and write it down and give it to the universe and watch how you manifest into that person, because you won't have the fear and the shame and the regret about making the decisions that you need to make that must occur for you to be this person of your highest vibration. Using this portal right now is going to allow you to access the energy to get you there, to jump timelines in a more expedited way, because you'll have this opportunity to align with your higher self in a more authentic way at essentially a faster pace. Time is not linear, but just to give you some way to understand that, you can see what I mean. You're also being called to reject or release the perspective of how other people see you, or just taking to heart what someone else wants you to be. Like, that's cool. You can... It's interesting because I know Sagittarius has a very fiery energy to tell someone off. If they don't like it, they can kick rocks. But some Sagittarius have not come fully into that energy and don't necessarily operate in that, level of authenticity always. And even if you do, maybe it's not balanced in a way that is 100% effective for you yet. So take that into consideration. Only take what resonates, but these messages are specific for somebody. And I just hope that you can take that with you and make the most of this portal and step right through it and see how your life is revolutionized because of it. With that being said, Sagittarius, I wish you nothing but the best, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, Capricorn, pleasure to have you. Glad that you're in the building on the beach with me. So I do want to start this reading by saying, of course, this message is most intended for those who have sun, moon, rising, ascendant, Venus in the sign of Capricorn. And of course, if you don't, maybe it's aspected in another part of your birth chart, and that's totally okay. If you stick around and hear some messages that resonate with you, please do know that they're meant for you, and leave what doesn't resonate. And I'm sure you understand that. So Capricorn, what I'm noticing here, see, I tried to film this video already and I noticed something. I got interrupted and I got very annoyed by it. And I typically don't get too pent up about it. So I know that's a message for you, that you're being called to sort of take a chill pill and don't get so frustrated over things you can't control. That's a very specific or a very important message for someone here. I recognize that you guys are in the midst of releasing belief systems, I would say, or releasing these ideas about different things like institutions, society, the way things must operate. You're allowing yourself to finally loosen your grip on these ideas, on these ways of thinking, because you're starting to realize that you were locked into some kind of programming that actually was not helping you as much as you thought it was. It wasn't necessary for you to believe these things for as long as you have. I mean, granted, you have your reasons and it's valid, and there's a way to understand why you've kept these beliefs for a long time, but you're in a space where no, it's time for you to release that. And so with our Lion's Gate portal that we are currently experiencing, but having more energy, the highest amount of energy to activate this portal is actually, for me, it's tomorrow. Depending on where you are in the world, it's tomorrow, which is August 8th. 8-8, energy of 888. Also, I see 6:24 on the clock, and we know that 24 is divisible by 8, essentially. But also, I was seeing 18 and 6. So multiples of 3 is also significant for you, as well as the number 9, multiples of 3 as well. So the thing is, Capricorn, you can really use this opportunity between today and tomorrow, or maybe you're viewing this video and it's not necessarily August 8th, and that's totally fine. But when this message meets you, you can use this energy to fully step into this version of yourself that is way more authentic. You're allowing yourself to release undue, unwarranted frustrations. You're not being in any position to control things that aren't bringing you true happiness. And that's a lesson that you're learning right now, and I can see it. I can literally see it. You were in a position where people looked up to you, and you still are, but it looks different now. And so you being able to accept what that shift in reality is going to play out so beautifully for you, because you have collected so much wisdom over your experiences, over your years, over the way you've endured things, to the point where the world is your oyster at this point. Like, there isn't too many more things that you need to do to be in your highest quality of life. All you have to do is not reject the change, and that's what I'm being called to tell you, to have told you. So I know that wasn't proper English. What I just heard was that you've heard this before. Somebody has told you this before, or perhaps you've told yourself before, but now you're in a place where you can actually be more methodical about incorporating a new headspace into things, a new way of conceptualizing your existence and how you move in the world around you. And it's allowing you to take these blinders off. It's allowing you to let go of reins of a horse that was never meant to be tamed. And that's significant for somebody. It really is. That's beautiful. I'm really excited for you, Capricorn. Like, I love that for you, because now it's to a point where you're just so sharp now. You've gotten to a point where the things that you say, when you really sit back and you combine all these different parts of yourself, be it your wisdom, your intellect, your intuition, your emotions, you're getting to a place where you are very eloquently spoken, and you just understand the importance of fine-tuning your decisions in ways that bring you more life, instead of shaving a little bit of your life and your youthful essence off of the top, if that makes sense. I get the sense that you guys are in a process of anti-aging, of reversing any, say you did a lot of wear and tear on yourself emotionally or psychologically or physically, aging yourself faster than you should have. But I'm getting that some of you guys are actually hitting these lessons so beautifully and so hard that you are reversing your age, and you are getting younger, and your spirit is shining through as a younger spirit these days. So kudos to you. I love that for you. Keep writing into the stars, into the ethers, your best vision of a high quality life. And I know you're already doing this, so just let these things unfold, and you're gonna be sipping Mai Tais and margaritas somewhere where you want to be. And if that's not your style, just insert your style here and watch it unfold. I'm so excited for you, Capricorn. With that being said, that's the end of this message, and I will catch you on the next one. Aquarius, this message is for you, boo. Those who have their sun, moon, rising, ascendant, and Venus in Aquarius, this message is very much so for you. If you don't necessarily have your sign in Aquarius in these placements, that's fine. Maybe you have these placements in your chart that have Aquarius in them that is different. That's fine. I know there was a more efficient way I could have said that, but I was just called to go with the flow and say it how it came out. So I'm getting the sense that that's your energy too. Maybe there's a certain way that things could be seen as more efficient that you do, and to other people there should be some kind of simpler way of going about it, but maybe you're not necessarily taking that simpler route, and I'm not here to judge for that. Maybe that's divinely guided for you. However, I do see that you have taken on a heavy load, a heavy burden of some kind, or you've just had a lot to carry, a lot to give yourself to. And that's because maybe you feel that if you didn't take the initiative on certain things, you're essentially asking yourself, like, if I don't do it, who would? And taking a leadership role in that sense. But it's to the point where it's got you having a scrunched up face or a frowny face. You're creating stress marks, stress lines in your face, and that's no good, boo. Like, that's no good, baby. Like, you really do have to readjust. And so the Lionsgate portal that we're in the midst of experiencing right now, you can use the portal, the energy from this portal, this energy of abundance, this energy of manifesting the most incredible dreams you have for yourself. You can utilize this right now to put yourself into a position where the things that you do may be out of obligation, as far as you feel it is your purpose or your calling to get it done, but still in a way where you trust that it brings you joy and that you actually feel good about the things you're doing. You're not just feeling like you're lugging around an extra weight for extended periods of time to the point where you're like, ugh, my back hurts. Like, you know, just uncomfortable is really what I'm getting at. I sense so much power on you. So Aquarius, I feel like you're in a very interesting dilemma here, because you have so much power and you have a very interesting, special role in the universe. And you know, everybody says it at this point, we're in the age of Aquarius. But the thing about that is, I get the sense that some of you guys aren't fully stepping into what that means. Like, I'm not sure that all of you actually know or can truly conceptualize what that is asking of you. To be an Aquarius in the age of Aquarius, you are a trailblazer in a very unique way. And you're being called to step more into that and use the Lionsgate portal to do that. So part of this means tapping into your psychic abilities, but for the betterment of the world around us. You have these ways with your mind that you can truly influence people. You have such a deep connection to everyone, like 12th house energy, like being able to bring communities together. Like, you have the power to do that, but not if you're stuck in a bot consciousness. And I don't want to be rude, but I have to be frank, because I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Because of the level of depth to you, you have to reject and step outside of these knee-jerk reactions to life. This willingness you need to have to not allow yourself to just go with the flow or fall back into these habits or decision-making patterns that result in, honestly, not a good life. It's let me explain. So I really want to get this message out, but I want to say it in the way I mean it. So I'm being called to give the example of, let's say there is a particular fast food, very bad for us. We should not be eating it, like virtually ever, like never. It shouldn't even be in our diet because it's not good for us. And you being an Aquarius, let's say you generally know that, you know it's not healthy, but you having the insight and the power and the investigative nature that you naturally inclined to have, the things you can sense, you can find the truth in such a unique way. You go into this incredibly deep rabbit hole, this void, all about occult knowledge and deeper truths on food and the healthcare system and studies that have been done on the food from this particular food chain as well, to identify why it's so bad for us, and you understand a deeper, more sinister, malignant plot that is connected to this fast food chain in relation to destroying and disassembling and honestly disorienting our society, our people, our populace. And you as the Aquarius, understanding this, knowing this information, if not in your conscious mind, then definitely in your subconscious, but yet you still would wake up and go and not only eat at that fast food place, but you will even get other people to come with you or support this company in some asinine way because you're living in a bot consciousness and you don't really necessarily want to make any changes that you know you could make, but maybe you don't feel you have the energy or even the ability enough to care to carry out these things. And what your spirit guides are asking you to do is to please step away from this tendency. Step away. If you need some kind of assistance, then seek that out. You need to communicate with your spirit team because they are going to help you through all of this in very special ways, because that's what they're meant to do. But if you think you're supposed to do it all on your own, it's going to overwhelm you. And I know that's where you've been before. I can read your energy and understand that. You're being called to balance your heart chakra. There's times where your heart is too open and it traumatizes you. And then it shrinks your heart chakra, it closes it up, and then you remove yourself from the world in a way that, granted, I know Aquarius can be alone, but it should be coming from a place of finding yourself and of true discovery of things in your inner world and aligning things and understanding what it all means, not necessarily just going AWOL or going absent or turning to a loner because things are just incredibly overwhelming and you don't want to deal with it. And I'm being shown to speak it in such a way to show this frank, tough love. I wouldn't necessarily consider this tough love, but some form of just laying it out there because you need to hear it this way. There's no need for me to tiptoe around it. Spiritual confirmation by the itch on my nose. Someone here feeling like, you know I'm talking to you, but you don't necessarily want to admit it. You don't have to admit it to anyone else but yourself. But then let it live through your actions. Let your truth live through your actions, okay? And I just want to leave you with a beautiful token that you have God/goddess energy within you. People know it. People know it. You know it. So what really is there that's stopping you from being this more often? Being this energy that is capable and, in fact, intentional about being refined in self-awareness and being fully present and authentically yourself, to the extent where you're not, there's no way you could be trapped in a bot consciousness because you're just too advanced for that. And that's what this Lionsgate portal will allow you to step further into. You're being called to write down everything that you have set forth, that you know to be the true essence of you. Put that into the ethers. Let it be known to your spirit guides, to yourself, to, I'm not saying just go tell the world about all your dreams, especially when they need to be culminated, but entrust that to the universe and see how you can most quickly align with that. There's things that you must do for that version of yourself to be able to be aligned with your current self. And I just know that you have the capacity of being fully cognizant of the signs and messages that are sent to you. And you don't necessarily need me for that. You may need a reminder. You may need a wake-up call. But you don't need me to teach you these things. I feel as though you already know them. And you're just waiting for some perfect moment to happen for you to be like, okay, I'm ready to change now. But that's irresponsible, honestly. Do it now because you can. When you have the power to do something, when you know better, that's the time to show yourself, to prove it, to let it vibrate out in your energy. This isn't about proving something to someone else, because you already know. And I speak like this to you with love, and your guides do too, and they want you to know that they honor you and they appreciate you, but they want you to speak more to them, and they want you, and they're asking you to step more into your power. It would be such a waste if you didn't. Okay? So Aquarius, that's your reading. Use this Lionsgate portal to the best of your ability and watch it transform your life. Watch you transform your life just by taking this initiative. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? All right, Pisces. What a pleasure to have you. So appreciative of you being here, receiving this message. This channel message right here is for those who have sun, moon, rising, ascendant, or Venus in Pisces. And if you have some inclination to watch this reading, then perhaps you have Pisces in another placement, and that's definitely okay. Just take what resonates and leave what don't. You know, we on that type of time. So Pisces, I'm here to ask your spirit guides, of course, what you need to hear right now, especially in relation to the Lionsgate portal. So let's see. I recognize that you guys are just good for you. Good for you. This is beautiful. And I knew it. The minute that I started to channel your energy, I felt, I really haven't fixed my hair for any of the videos, but I'm called to fix my hair. So maybe you guys are just doing like a fit check, face check, fit check, whatever, and that's cool. And I get the sense that you're not necessarily in any perspective of overdoing it. I think you guys have done a lot to respect your natural beauty, and so kudos to you for that. We love that here. I'm recognizing, let me tell you guys that when I first started channeling your energy, it felt lighter. It felt like you have been able to come to grips with some changes in your life, and there's gonna be more changes on the horizon, but I get the sense that you actually are in a place where you feel stable and secure. You feel mentally prepared for what's to come next, and you're also in a position where you can really just enjoy what has taken a while to build, if that makes sense. You guys are finally receiving justice for something. I don't know what it is, but I get the feeling that there was a lot of chaos in your life, and now you're at the point where you can actually bask in the order of things. So when it comes to this portal, I get the sense that you guys are being called to, well, I'm hearing just to show your gratitude. Just show your gratitude. Keep a keen eye on the things that are coming your way as far as just staying focused. Your energy is giving me the epitome of justice is literally being served. This is like final verdict energy. Like, you already know what's gonna happen. You know, the trial has taken place. You have brought all the evidence you need. You don't have to do anything else. The judgment, interesting because the judgment card isn't out, but I'm also feeling and hearing judgment. But rather that justice is truly served and you're getting to reap the benefits of that justice. Not that you're being given anything extra that you don't necessarily deserve, but on the upside of that, you're being given what you do deserve. And all you're really being called to do, especially stepping through this Lion's Gate portal, is to be observant, to pay attention to what is happening so that you can continue to make the best decisions that you can possibly make. And you literally have the energy of 8 here and the energy of 16 here. So that's 888, complete prosperity and abundance. I'm talking overflow. And you have 2 10s. You guys have 4 8s on here. God is so synchronistic. Kudos, Pisces, because that lets me know you've been doing what you're supposed to do so that you're exactly where you need to be and you don't have to question that not one bit. I am very proud of you. And for those who feel a little shaky about it, I'm getting that you've been walking a line that has not been necessarily revealed to you in full. It's kind of like walking or driving on a road that's very foggy and you can see a little bit in front of you, but essentially you have to trust those steps that you're taking until you get to a place that's more lit or when the fog clears. So that's very significant for somebody. I'm also hearing trusting the rhythm of your heartbeat. That's very interesting. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, I think you guys got it. You're culminating the things that you want. You've already put it into the ethers, who you want to be, what you want to be. You've been manifesting this for a long time. So just keep true to that vision and you got some incredible things coming your way. It's right here. With that being said, Pisces, I'm going to close the reading out. And for anyone who stayed in this reading from top to bottom, from Aries to Pisces, thank you so damn much. I appreciate your presence and your energy transfer. Please do drop a trophy emoji in the comments if you're here at the end of this video. I'm telling you, I see that trophy emoji in the comments. I'm gonna drop some mad love back because I really do appreciate you guys, and I really did want this message to reach you in the best way possible. Those comments are gonna send this video up in the algorithm, but more importantly than that, I can get this message across to those who need it, and I can't do that without you guys. I'm so grateful. So of course, for those that I see this trophy in the comments below, I'm gonna send some mad love and mad prosperity your way, and I'm gonna definitely commune with your spirit guides and ask them to send love your way, to send assistance your way, and to continue to help you on your path. Something they're already gonna do, but we're gonna tenfold it. Okay, so with that being said, please do Like this video if you resonated. Subscribe if you haven't, because of course you got to stay tapped in and locked in with these messages. If you like the horoscope readings, let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely do more. If it was just whatever, it was cool, then that's cool too. You can always let me know. And of course, if you want a personal reading with me, a personal healing session with me, you can check the description box below. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.